which we are doing are coming by way of debottlenecking of the existing facilities, which we are doing. Our focus is more on, value-added products. And once the acquisition comes through, once we have the final approval from the respective honorable courts, the investors and shareholders can see the growth coming through. Glass manufacturing has a long gestation period, and if you see in the overall market scenario, there are adequate capacities today so that to meet the demand. So that's why strategically no new capacity has been planned, because it takes long time to set up the capacity and then to stabilize the capacity. So that's why the market right now is growing, and the country has the capacity, and we feel that once the acquisition comes through, we should be able to maintain our growth momentum of the acquisition.
Okay. And so secondly, on the SNG, they have the capacity like close to 4,000 tons per day. So what would be the current capacity that they would be operating at, and what would be our target to say in 6 to 12 months once the acquisition is done? So where would we be targeting to reach the capacity utilization?
Right now we are constrained under the confidentiality relating to and making any disclosures on the plans of SNG. But only thing which I can say is that they have a declared capacity of 4,300 tons per day. But over last many years, they have operated in a range of 23 to 2,500 tons per day. That's some disclosure which I can make today.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Viraj Mahadevia from MoneyGrow. Please go ahead.
Hi, my question's been answered. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Mohit Arora from Think Research. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Actually, my question has also been answered. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Miraj from Arihant Capital. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the follow-up opportunity, sir. If you can just let me know the volumes in Q4 for specialty and the remainder furnaces, remainder in general.
Disclosing annual volumes, not on a quarterly basis. So annual we have the part.
Understood. And sir, in terms of understanding the industry, what would be the current capacity in the industry? Because the last figure I had was close to 8,600 tons per day. So what would be the current industry capacity?
The problem with the glass industry is because there are a lot of small-scale industry or I can say unorganized sector in this segment, which they are not opening up their capacities and we are not able to formalize the actual production. But looking to the data, whatever data we have got available, and then extrapolating the growth, whatever we have got it for last 2-3 years, I can say like that things will be operating close to 11,000 tons a day in the container glass business.
Okay, so this is would it be fair to assume this is not including the unorganized sector, or is it including the unorganized?
Everything put together.
Okay, understood. And this final thing that if I got your comment correct, that the FY25 growth we are expecting roughly 10%.
That is what we have committed, and we would like to fulfill our earlier commitments on the growth.
And that is in volume terms, right, sir?
Yes, because volume and value, they go most of the time together, until there is a fluctuation in the commodity prices.
Understood. And is there any other furnace that we are going to take for relining?
No, I think with this relining, we'll be out of relining area for next few years.
Understood. Okay. Thank you so much. And all the best for the future, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Thank you. The next question is from the line of Pramod from Unifi Investment Management LLP. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thanks. Just want to understand the process on the HNG. If assuming that the court verdict comes in our favor on any day, whether it's June, July, August, after that, what's the timeline which we are looking at to complete this acquisition? How much time it will take? What are the procedures involved in that? If you can throw some light on the process part of it.
So this can only be an indicative answer because nobody can predict the timelines. But our view is once the Supreme Court clears 2 sets of litigations which are filed there, the proceedings for the approval of the resolution plan at NCLT will start. And we are hopeful that should be fast. So we are hopeful once the Supreme Court clears this within a matter of 2 to 3 months, NCLT should complete the formalities relating to the sanction of the resolution plan.
Okay, great. And the second, as of now, I think we believe, as you disclosed in the earlier calls, we are looking to acquire this company if it happens through the debt. Our debt has significantly went down from 1,100 crore 2 years back to almost like 250 to 80 crores now. So is any change in the thought process, what we will be looking on the debt side?
No, right now the view is the same. So, but the ultimate capital structure in terms of equity and debt, I think once we are acquiring it, we'll make a full disclosure to the stock exchanges and to the investor at that particular time. But right now the view remains the same.
Okay, thanks. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next question is from the line of Riya Mehta from Equentis Investment. Please go ahead.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to ask. So there was a Supreme Court judgment which had said that for acquisition of HNG, we have to divest some part of the Rishikesh unit, which is around 400 TPD. So could you put more light on that?
Oh, I would request that this matter has been fully explained in the Order of Competition Commission of India. So I would request if you can visit their website.
Actually, I checked from there only. So will this lead to CCI going through the entire process again, or that's the final verdict?
CCI approval is not conditional. So this was a voluntary modification from our side, which has been accepted. And there's no need for a fresh CCI approval after this because CCI approval is not conditional. It's a clean approval.
So we don't have to divest any part, right?
We have to divest within the stipulated time as per the CCI. Or else CCI will...
That would be how many months?
No, I can't disclose that. That is confidential even in our...
And post divestment only will we get the NCLT approval, or how is it?
This is a condition subsequent to acquisition. So it does not changes our resolution plan in any manner. Point number 1, okay. And this is not a condition precedent. This is a condition subsequent.
Okay, but this you will have to do, and this is something which we had filed for voluntary modification, right?
We cannot sell anything unless we have acquired it.
Right, but the CC, without this divestment, you cannot take over the entire asset. Am I right?
No, it's the other way around. So just make it clean. We have to first acquire and then sell the Rishikesh plant.
Okay, got it. And post the Rishikesh plant, what would the capacity for HNG in used condition?
So they are right now operating at somewhere around 23 to 2,500 tons per day. So subtracted by 400 tons per day after that. Once
this is the operational capacity or total capacity?
I'm talking only the operational capacity.
Operational capacity. Okay. Okay. And any particular reason why?
Ms. Riya, I request you to rejoin the queue for your follow-up questions.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you. The next question is from the line of Aman Jain from Veer Capital. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, my question is regarding to the acquisition that we're doing. Recently, I was reading an article in which it was written that SBI had approached the asset reconstruction companies to sell their stake. Now, if this happens, how likely is it for HNG to not go through the liquidation process? Is there any chance for that?
So, basically, you can't go on the basis of articles which are published, on media, social media. When you scan through anything, you will find, the thing. The matter is right now, we have won the matters, both the matters on National Company Law Appellate Tribunals and NCLT and CCI. The matter is right now subjudiced before Honorable Supreme Court. So, as the matter is there, so I would not like to opine anything on this because the matter is in front of Supreme Court.
Okay, understood.
But we won the matters at the last appellate, which is the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal.
Understood. Now, just following through the history of this entire acquisition, earlier we had challenged the order that independent sugar could not apply through green channel route, which was given in favor of independent sugar by CCI. Then there were some questions raised regarding our disclosures also, and we have to pay some penalty as well. I believe it's to the amount of 5 lakh. And just want to understand that even the former Chief Justice of India, they had mentioned that our disclosures should be taken in consideration before. So I just want to understand how confident are we here that this will actually fall in our favor when there are so many questions being raised.
So these are two separate set of litigations. One litigation is on the process, which is pending before the Supreme Court. And this penalty which has been applied, you can go through the SEBI order, which is available on the website. The contents are very self-explanatory. These are only relating to the disclosures, which industry makes as such, but we reserve our rights without prejudice, with prejudice, but we want to say that we are seeking legal advice on the SEBI order and we'll get back.
Understood. And just my final question before I get back in the queue, that I had also seen one more article in which it was written that the approval that we received from the Committee of Creditors, which was at 98%, while independent sugar had received only 88%. At the same time, we had also received an offer from one of the Special Situations Fund for roughly 1,100 crores of funding for the acquisition. But it was also alleged that the same fund was present in the Committee of Creditors. Will such a matter compromise our authority for acquisition?
So it's very difficult for us, as I told you, to make any opinion. So what you have to see is not go look into the article. You actually have to consult a lawyer then to see what is the impact and what is the underlying law and how it is impacting the whole IBC processes. So it's not only just look at one side as an article, but I think if you want a fair disclosures in terms of fair understanding of where you want to reach, so it's important that you need to consult IBC lawyer because there are so many articles, there are so many social media news. It's very difficult for anybody to make a response on each one of them. So if anybody has any issue, anything, anywhere, that matter gets subjudiced, either at NCLT or NCLAT. You can have a tab of that, but you have to see on, the previous cases settled across the country, either in NCLAT, NCLT or Supreme Court. So that, and plus the understanding of the law, that makes the whole thing much clearer.
Understood, sir. Thank you so much for your time and all the best for going ahead. I hope this acquisition goes through. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Miraj from Arihant Capital. Please go ahead.
No, my question has been answered.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Praveen Sharma, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity, and congratulations for this good set of numbers. My question is on, one of the housekeeping point, which is what I see is the finance cost this year has been 87 crores versus 57 crores last year, FY23, which is like 40-50% jump, despite the borrowings coming down in FY24. So can someone explain me as to why the finance cost is so high in FY24 and what is our average cost of borrowing?
There has been a substantial capex both in terms of when you see Apple year-on-year basis. So 154 furnace came into commercial production on 1st January 2023. One is the impact of that. And last year we had done the relining as well as the debottlenecking of our existing capacity by 100 tons, so for which again the term loans were taken. So this is the net impact of the same. So overall reduction is a debt in terms of the overall cash flow requirement, but in the interim during the year we have availed the debt facilities. This is which the interest factor has been built.
So in FY25, what should be the finance cost? It will go down from 87 crores, correct? Because we have reduced our borrow.
It should reduce slightly, but again we have a capex because one of the furnace coming up for relining, which we are again enhancing the capacity. So Mr. Pandey has already said that we'll be doing somewhere around 200 crores plus of this thing. Plus there will be some surplus cash which will come from operations, which will further reduce debt.
And sir, when we do these relinings, like from 200 crores of relining which we are doing, what is the, return on investment or, payback period typically we look after,
So you can't look at on an apple-to-apple basis. So basically you have set up a plant and this furnace's life range between 8 to 10 years.
Okay.
At the end of the life, the fuel consumption start increasing. So it is it's like, when you have bought a car, you need to service the car. So it is not relating to ROI of this phase. So what you have to see is overall ROI or the overall ROC of the company. In order to even maintain that ROC, this capex is required.
And in the process, we are getting 80 TPD more.
Yes, and in the process, we are enhancing the capacity, which will give us higher tonnages.
Okay. And sir, our gross margin this quarter was slightly lower on year-on-year basis. So, what I assume is that this is because of the higher cost inventory. So how much inventory do we keep for the raw material?
We don't measure our operations on a gross margin basis. We measure on the EBITDA per ton basis.
And EBITDA per ton in this quarter, YOY basis, sorry, I don't recall from the presentation. It has increased.
Basically, when you see 12 months to 12 months, it has grown, EBITDA per ton has grown somewhere around 15 to 20%.
Okay. And going forward, do we see maintaining it and improving it?
So here is not an EBITDA per ton factor, it's more relating to ROCs, which we look at in terms of enhancing our product profile. It's a factor of number of things, how our product mix change, how better we are able to upgrade our, realization in terms of our offerings to our customers. So it's a factor of that, but definitely the focus is to enhance the EBITDA per ton.
Your passcode has been confirmed. Please wait while you are joined to the conference. The conference is now being...
Hello. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As there are no further questions, I will now like to hand the conference over to management for closing comments.
I would like to thank everybody who joined the call today. We hope that we will have been able to answer your questions. If there are any further set of queries, please get back to us. Thank you.
On behalf of Emkay Global Financial Services, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.